The so-called right of return for Palestinian Arab refugees and their descendants is not a new idea. Yet this claim that the refugees have the right of return to villages they left in 1948 is now being promoted with a new vigor. Proponents of this position include the Palestinian Authority and an unlikely international advocate. That partner is UNRWA, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees. It's a 60-year-old narrative of a people encouraged by UNRWA and the Palestinian leadership to remain as refugees so that their steadfast goal of the right of return might be fulfilled, which would create a Palestinian state that would essentially replace the state of Israel.
We educate 500,000 children in the Arab countries and territories on the borders of Israel.
لازم يلحق الشهادة ويلحق النصر يكون مع الشهداء والصديقين.
That means in UNRWA's hands are the ability, or is the ability, to educate.
هذول أنا بعتبرهم أبطال عند ربنا وعند عند الفلسطينية.
The next generation of children who will be living in countries around Israel.
In Gaza, on Nakba Day in 2009, at an UNRWA school, a student stood with his teacher and declared his right to liberate Palestine. In May, we visited UNRWA schools and camps in Bethlehem, Nablus, and East Jerusalem.
شو الدور اللي بتلعبه عشان تحرر فلسطين؟ شو ايش بتلاقي حالك كيف؟
نحارب فلسطين.
We want to fight.
نحارب عشان نرجع بلدنا.
كيف؟ مش مبسوط. He said guns.
Teachers and students expressed a collective voice that suggested that only through renewed violence would they be able to attain their goal of achieving their right of return and liberating Palestine.
صواريخ ودونت ما عندناش صواريخ ولا اربجيه لا من دبنا
any other president who will sign on behalf of the refugees to jump over the right of return, and if any president or of any political function did so, sure we should kill him or rebel against him.
With nearly 10,000 teachers, the UNRWA paid educators belong to Hamas unions, which call for the destruction of Israel. Students are taught that all of Israel is occupied Palestinian land, and Israelis are portrayed as snakes and murderers. Martyrdom is also another important part of the students' lessons. A grade 12 science textbook suggests that death by martyrdom is akin to taking a wedding vow.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا شهيد الحي آيات محمد لطفي الأخرس. أقوم بعملي هذا خالصا لوجه الله العلي القدير. وأقول للحكام العرب كفاكم نوما وكفاكم تخاذلا وتقاعسا عن أداء الواجب تجاه فلسطين.
After the student blew herself up, the UNRWA school held a memorial for her and commissioned paintings of her throughout the school. 2 8th graders said dying for their country is the duty of Palestinians.
I must say that in the first place it's a Palestinian curriculum, and we're free to do with it whatever we want, whatever we feel is important. It was not haphazardly done.
Sooner or later the Palestinian people will make a new intifada, but it needs time, it needs atmosphere, it needs a real leadership, not this traditional and corrupt leadership.
We are living for right of return. We are dreaming every day, every night that we will return for our homeland.
Meanwhile, Palestinian leaders say they are now preparing for the next war.
Preparing the atmosphere for a new kind of uprising in which the violence will reach the high levels, and the Palestinian people will start from where this uprising finished, from the bombs attacks, from the rockets, and now sure Hamas have this kind of rockets in Gaza. And may the Palestinian manufactured, and many Palestinians, sure, they are take courses in this, how to make, manufacture local rockets. So the violence behind the door.